happened to your coffee?
I put it on the ground.
Lame.
I don't want to.
I was gonna.
I'm sorry. Here.
Yeah, I got a nice cuppa.
We got a cup of coffee. Oh, hey, I'm Riley.
Oh, I'm Connor.
Hey,
Wow.
Can I get one for my coffee?
Can't really do that on the fly.
Coffee.
Yeah. Just like the olden days when we drink milk, except that there's nothing in that coffee.
There's nothing in the cup even. It's all an illusion for the showbiz.
Wow.
I told Connor I'm in showbiz mode. I'll do anything for a bit. There's nothing in the coffee. Or the cup.
That's a good bit too, tricking us to think that you were drinking coffee.
Yeah.
And you weren't.
Exactly. I would. I can tip it up and show you that there's nothing in it, but I won't, because then you would know.
Yeah. The illusion is ruined.
Exactly.
So I guess we have some stuff we need to discuss.
Yes.
Some very serious things.
Extremely serious. Both. So Levi both. Levi came back for 2 episodes ago.
Yeah.
Levi
Worst episode to kind of come on.
Yeah, it was a part 2.
Yeah.
Anyhow, Levi has officially announced that he is quitting the 2% Productions team.
And we're just saying that so we can't come back on.
Yeah, because we hate him.
Yeah.
And I guess to follow up, Justin also, in case you missed him.
I know every comment on our Instagram post, we're like, well, it was Justin.
Exactly. And that usually it's me commenting that, so this is really clearing it up for myself. So, hey, me in the future, Justin's not coming back. Unless he is, because he does sometimes.
Yeah.
Both of them are very welcome to come back. There's no bad blood.
Yeah.
Like Katy Perry, Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Tay-Tay
Was
Swizzy.
it Katy Perry? Was that the feud? I think, yeah.
I
think you're right. No, I think
Okay.
it's Katy Perry and Taylor Swift are like, they had bad blood.
But you know what? We don't with Justin or Levi. They're welcome to come back whenever. But until then, we're co-hosting this.
Yeah, 2% pod.
It makes sense now.
So it's still not really. There's 2 people.
Yeah, it's yeah. We could be 50% pod. I don't want to rebrand, really.
Well, no, it's just, the name hasn't made sense ever. I don't think.
Well, yeah.
Even when we were drinking milk, it was like we weren't drinking 2% milk every time.
Just the first one.
I guess so. Yeah.
Okay. With that all out of the way, some important announcements just down the episode toilet.
Here we go. Yeah. I think if you guys, someone might have noticed this already. If you saw before this episode came out, the banner on our YouTube channel.
Yes.
A lot of people look at that. Levi just took himself out of it.
I thought that was kind of fun.
That was really funny.
It's just me and Connor up there now.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't like that picture of me.
Of you?
No.
Oh.
It's weird.
We can read.
Don't look at the banner, guys.
But also, if you do look at it, just notice that Levi's not in there. Don't look at Connor.
Yeah. There we go.
Something like that.
I guess I have some stuff to talk about.
Do you?
Yeah, this week.
Okay.
It's almost I guess this is coming out on October 1st, so
Yes.
we're ramping up into some spooky stuff.
So this
isn't spooky stuff.
Okay, getting into it.
Because there's like I said last week off air, so I could just say right now there are 5 Fridays in October, so that is 5 different. I could fill up 5 spooky episodes.
But you only want to do 4.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
I might do one about basketball. I don't know. It's coming back.
That's true.
Very soon. Thank God.
I can't wait till we're the official NBA podcast.
Yes, that'd be so good.
How much basketball we're talking about.
That's where the money is.
Where one person knows bare minimum about basketball, and the other person is just up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be fun. It's like just like Shaq. I want to say that he doesn't know anything about basketball.
Did you see he retired from being a celebrity? Like he just said I didn't look into it too much, but like I saw this headline saying he just retired, like he's retiring from being a celebrity because he thinks they're all idiots.
That's okay. He's right.
Yeah,
you can't do that.
Yeah, that's not how that works. I don't know if he's just gonna stop appearing in commercials or something, but like that's where he
half
makes the money.
Yeah, that's half his charm. That and then like saying really weird things. I think.
What weird things?
You know, Shaq things. Maybe I'm off base here.
I can't think of anything weird he said.
Well, you know what? I'm probably just wrong.
Do you not have anything like?
I have nothing.
Oh, I thought you might
Not
have
a
had
single
like.
thing.
Remember that time Shaq said that one thing?
I was just thinking about his What is it? It's Papa John's, right? It's the Papa John's commercial where like, did you know it was me? It's like, yeah, we knew it was you.
Yeah.
That's kind of weird of you to say, Shaq.
Yeah.
Obviously, it was Shaquille O'Neal.
Well, he had a mustache on.
Oh, shoot.
Maybe they'll have to redo it now that he's not a celebrity. Be like, I have no idea who this 7'3" guy is. He's no one I've ever seen.
That would be really fun.
He's over it.
Who is this man?
I guess we gotta stop talking about him now.
I don't want to, though.
He's not
so cool.
He's not noteworthy anymore. We only talk about celebrities on this.
That's true.
This is basically, a tabloid podcast.
I think a lot of now. Whoa, hold on, loophole here.
Uh-oh.
Now that he's not a celebrity, we can get him on the show because it's hard to get celebrities on the show.
That's
but
true.
Shaq's not a celebrity.
He's not.
So look out for the banner when Shaq's face appears.
We just gotta put like his entire body on, like a full
sideways. Look out for that.
Yeah, get ready for Shaq on the 2% pod.
Yeah, he'll be less of a celebrity than he was, guaranteed.
There we go. It's unfortunate that he's not here today because today we are talking about Sax. Adolphe Sax.
The guy who invented the saxophone.
There we go. See, I got everyone's attention by saying Sax.
It was like, what? What?
Sax with an A.
Ooga. What did you say?
No one's ever made that joke before, so I wanted to just break some ground here.
Definitely not. And definitely not Kenny G's Keeping It Saxy, the board game available at Target.
I think, yeah. Wow.
That
I didn't even think about that.
Never been made before.
I have to kill Kenny G now.
He'll give you a skibba-dabba-doo-bop before you do.
So we're talking about Adolphe Sax. As Riley said, he's the inventor of saxophone. You kind of ruined a little
I'm sorry.
question and answer there. Like,
go ahead. Let's run it anyway.
So we're talking about Adolphe Sax, the inventor of what?
The trombone.
You're stupid.
Yeah.
It's the saxophone.
Dang it.
Yes.
They were right on the tip of my tongue. Like a saxophone. Slapper.
Because you play saxophone.
Not anymore, but
well, you did.
I did for a while.
Yeah.
I still have one.
There you go.
I haven't gotten it out since like our senior year.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever opened up my trumpet.
Why would you?
Yeah.
I
hate it. I didn't like unless I had to. I never practiced it.
Yeah. I hear you there. Even when you have to, you just write in the numbers and you're like, oh, I practiced for half an hour.
No, you have to like record it.
Oh,
remember those are like
that
was my least favorite thing, and I don't know, it caused a lot of problems.
It was a lot of work. It was like when we were asynchronously learning, so peak pandemic, whatever. Or I guess just the beginning of it, mostly.
Who knows when the peak is?
It could be 6 years from now. But yeah, we had to record ourselves. That it took like half an hour to just setting up and tearing down my saxophone because I play the Barry sax, behemoth of a thing,
big saxophone,
and a Wooga saxophone.
You can still see I have like pins on my wall from when I just pinned in the like sheet music.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
I broke my stand because I got angry playing. I'm like, I hate this. I like threw it and broke it. And there are many dents on my trumpet because of that too.
Wow.
So yeah, I just have pins right on top of my Avengers poster.
Nice.
Just still there. Sheet music's not there anymore because I probably ripped it off.
Right, burned it.
Yeah.
Wow. Same wavelength. That's why we're co-hosting this. Get out of here, Levi.
There we go. But there's a reason we're talking about Adolphe Sax today. Not just because he's the inventor of the saxophone. I know a lot of people probably don't find that too interesting.
That's how the whole page is. Like size 72 font. Adolphe Sax is the inventor of the saxophone. All right, see you later.
That's all I got today. But it's interesting. Before we get into why, I think we need to kind of dwell on the fact that this guy like invented the saxophone.
Right.
I just am impressed by it because you think of all like the instruments in an orchestra, like the trumpet, piano, flute, and all that. You don't really think about like the guy who invented it.
Right.
It's just like those instruments have always been there. People play them. And I think Adolphe Sax kind of stands out because the invention of the saxophone is kind of modern, like 1840s.
Right.
And like his name is Sax. He made the saxophone, kind of linked them together forever.
Yeah.
So like,
unforgettable.
Yes, he is of note. But I think it's just like there's only a few ways you can few unique ways you can blow air out of a horn and like make it sound okay. And Adolphe Sax found one of those ways to to do that.
Woodwinds are incredibly interesting. Just the way the reed like has to vibrate, and that's like what makes it's a whole thing that I don't understand.
Yeah.
You have to be like a physicist with a doctoral if you want to understand it, or just someone with a few free minutes on the internet. Probably.
Yeah, I don't.
I never have that kind of time.
Yeah, Adolphe Sax, he was one of those physicists with a doctoral degree, I guess.
Oh, for sure.
He was very good at making instruments.
Yeah.
But to make instruments, you have to, of course, be alive. And that almost didn't happen with Adolphe Sax.
Really?
Yes, multiple times. This is kind of leaning. We're kind of getting into some morbid stuff for Halloween. Because, I mean, Adolphe Sax almost died multiple times before he could invent the little funny horn. Oh, I forgot to play the sound. Yeah. That's the saxophone for any of the uninitiated.
From Who Could It Be Now?
Men at Work.
Yeah.
That's the saxophone noise.
Great funny bit. If you're ever listening to Who Could It Be Now by Men at Work?
Yep.
I Gotta Pee Now is a great lyric to replace that.
Good.
It's so funny. It kills every time.
That's show business.
I'm in show business when I'm in the car with like my family. Like, oh, I gotta pee now. And they're all dying laughing. Oh man, it's a great time.
Oh, I'm sure. So back to Adolphe Sax almost tragically dying.
Sure.
Yes.
Juxtaposition.
Yes. So you see, Adolphe Sax, he was very good at making instruments, very bad at surviving, sort of. I mean, he was not too bad because he didn't die, but he's no Bear Grylls.
Well, he did die.
Well, eventually, but no like freak accident.
Just keep your facts straight.
Yeah, okay, my bad. Yeah. All this information is from one article. I'll link it in the thing. Don't forget what it was from, but like I just ripped this from this.
Oh, sure.
Or from that.
So if you're interested, check the description. It'll be in there.
But like you don't get the funny jokes.
I don't.
No, like if you just read the article and like don't listen to this podcast.
Oh yeah.
There's no funny jokes in the article, sort of.
Yeah, we sprinkle in the funny jokes for you.
That's what makes it worth listening to.
Connor does.
Because I get time to write them down.
Yeah, I have no idea what the rest of this episode will be.
So yeah, we're gonna of course talk about some incidents of when he almost died. The chronic almost not surviving started at the age of 3 when Adolphe Sax, the little Belgian boy from Brussels, like comes into play later, sort of. Not really.
Okay.
Anyways, he was 3 years old when he fell down 3 flights of stairs and hit his little baby head on a stone floor.
Wow.
Yeah. 3 flights of stairs.
Stone floor.
Yes, he was in a coma for a week, and it took him a while to even stand upright after that.
Wow.
Yeah, because I mean, 3 years old.
Yeah. I can't imagine being in a coma when I'm 3.
Yeah, that's weird.
At least you wouldn't remember it, I guess, but...
Yeah, I don't know.
That's weird.
I mean, he must have been reminded of it, though, when later he swallowed a needle. Almost killed him, of course. Swallowing that's very pointy. Can poke a hole and a lot of stuff.
Argument could be made there.
He also swallowed a mixture of lead, copper oxide, and arsenic.
Well, they probably just prescribed him that for the common cold or something.
Well, yeah, but it could have probably killed him.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't that one guy from the St. Louis Marathon swallow arsenic, or was that different?
Oh, yeah, because he was like sick or something?
No, it was just like... It was like the 1904 version of Gatorade, I guess. From what I remember. I thought arsenic would help.
I think you're right.
Yeah. He would also he fell on a burning stove. He was left scars on his body for the rest of his life. Definitely reminded of that one.
Oh yeah,
because of the scars. And he also, the closest time he ever came to death, besides actually dying, because he did die, is when he fell in a river, and he was unconscious again. Like I don't know.
What's this dude like passing out?
And he was just in a river before being like pulled out by some stranger, like saw him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
And then he was also blown up by a barrel of gunpowder in his father's workshop. His father also made instruments. I don't know why he needs gunpowder for that.
What?
But yeah, he got blown up.
I can't think of any reason you would need a barrel of gunpowder, unless it was just like he has a hobby of owning old weapons, because it was 1840 something, right?
Yeah, around.
I guess earlier than that.
Yeah, 1820s or 30s.
Maybe he just had muskets.
But like it was in his workshop.
Yeah.
So he needed it to make instruments other than the saxophone, I guess.
I store things in weird places all the time. You wouldn't guess it, but in this closet.
Gunpowder?
Whole barrel.
Oh, sweet. Sax also, I think this is the last one, fortunately. He was just walking outside one day when a tile fell from a roof, like right on his head.
And then he was like, gravity.
Oh, yeah. There are two different timelines there. Yeah. I think if he wasn't unconscious for however long he was, maybe he would have invented gravity. Not invented, discovered.
That's always been funny to me. Darn you, Isaac Newton. Now I'm stuck to this chair.
He was put into a coma from giant tile.
Yeah. Another coma. 2 comas in one life.
Yeah. And unconscious multiple times.
What was the context of him swallowing the needle? Did it say anything, or just that he swallowed
I
the
think
needle?
he just swallowed it.
Just because...
I don't know. He also swallowed that mixture of lead and arsenic, so I guess he just liked swallowing stuff.
He's a big swallower.
Yeah.
Big guy into swallowing things. I wonder if it was like a bet. I don't know. What kind of person is he? Bet you I'll swallow this needle.
I don't think he was like that. I don't know if that's like a thing that would happen in Belgium at the time. I don't know. I guess boys have always been boys. Like, hey, swallow this arsenic.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
Don't tell me not to, guys.
Yeah, I don't know. He's a stupid kid.
I guess.
He's very, I guess, book smart. Because he was very good at making instruments.
Great physicist.
Yes.
Fantastic physicist.
Very good doctoral degree from a very prestigious Belgian university.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, while Sax was busy not dying, he was, of course, very good at making and also improving upon existing instruments.
Sure.
He just submitted a bunch of designs to these different competitions, and he was very young at the time when he did this. He got shut down because you're too young to win the gold medal, because I guess they were handing out gold medals.
I just found that stupid.
Oh yeah, it's really stupid. He was really angry about it.
This is the best design I've ever seen, but it's from a 2-year-old in a coma.
I think the first time he submitted something, it was if we give you the gold now, you won't have anything to do next year. It's because he doesn't want to win another gold medal, I guess.
That's so stupid.
Yeah, but it was the last straw when he submitted one, and it was obviously the best.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was just another time where he's denied the gold medal, but it was too good for silver, so they just didn't give him anything.
Oh,
I guess.
Sure, that's the best compromise.
Yeah, so eventually he grew up and just screw this. I'm done with Belgium. I'm heading to Paris.
That classic story.
Yeah,
screw Belgium. I'm out.
That's where all the instrument makers were, I guess. So he set up a shop in Paris, and from the very get-go, he made himself known as a very talented instrument maker in France.
Right.
And this is for better or worse.
Oh, were people out for him?
People were very angry at him. It's his good reputation started when a very positive review of his instruments was written by composer Hector Berlioz.
Famous for composing.
I don't know. I've heard his name before because I did Scholastic Pool. So
right. I haven't heard his name.
Yeah,
before.
he's no Bach, I guess.
No one's no Bach,
Except
for
Bach.
Yes.
And so he made a very positive review of his instruments. I don't know if this counts the saxophone or just the ones he improved.
Sure.
But either way, it's just this guy's very good, and everyone else just hated him for it.
Yeah.
Because what's this Belgian kid doing?
I should have thought of that.
Yeah.
Hate that guy.
And so these enemies of Sax, so rather than making better instruments than him and trying to, I guess, build competitiveness in the market, used a bunch of underhanded tactics to suppress their rival, including many slanderous articles about Sax's instruments.
They wrote them, or they paid someone?
I think I don't know. Either way, it's just these things are being published, and apparently Sax is not so great as we thought, except he was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This guy swallowed a needle. Don't buy his instruments.
Yeah.
That's what I would say.
Because he told everyone when he came to Paris,
hey,
I swallowed a needle.
And arsenic. That's less important.
Not at the same time.
Well,
so it's fine. Imagine if he did both.
Oh my gosh.
Tell
him not to.
I don't think we have to worry about that. And back to Hector Berlioz. Mm-hmm. Hector, I guess, is the H silent in French?
I don't think so.
Hector Berlioz. He was quoted in a letter to say that it is scarcely believed that this gifted young artist should be finding it difficult to maintain his position and make a career in Paris. The persecutions he suffers are worthy of the Middle Ages and recall the antics of the enemies of Benvenuto, the Florentine sculptor, of course.
I know that guy.
Yeah. They lure away his workmen, steal his designs, accuse him of insanity, and bring legal proceedings against him. Such is the hatred inventors inspire in rivals who are incapable of inventing anything themselves.
Dang.
Yeah, pretty harsh words.
That pen is mightier than the sword.
Yeah. I could probably, if I was witty enough, I could probably use that quote to like go into this next paragraph because, but I'm not, so I'm just gonna go into it.
Sure.
Sax did not take these attempts on his reputation lightly, because whenever his instruments were insulted, Sax was known to challenge the insulters to musical duels.
That's kind of fun.
So in this case, the saxophone is mightier than the sword.
Sax is like the devil in that way,
Yeah.
and I like that.
So, I don't. I'm not. So he just played the saxophone better than everyone else, and I'm not sure if that makes it cooler. That he's playing the saxophone,
right.
or it's kind of lame.
He kind of knows how it's supposed to work. Try this.
Yeah, I mean, he was also very good at whatever instrument.
Well, it was also the barrier for saxophone actually kind of went down. Like the way Sax played it was more complicated than how we play it today most of the time, just because of like the altissimo range. If you've ever heard of that,
Maybe
just above what the saxophone is supposed to be able to play, but it can.
you know. There's an episode of The Simpsons that I was watching that
Lisa.
So where did we? Are we recording now? Okay.
Oh, we are.
Where did we leave off? I'll let you.
You're talking about the sax play, the altismo.
Oh, that's right.
Okay.
Yeah, the Simpsons reference. Okay. Hey, we had some technical difficulties. We're back in it though.
Yeah.
I just wish it would keep going and we wouldn't get striked for that. We won't get striked for that, actually. We don't make money off of this. Let's go.
Well, we do get striked for it. So if we ever start making money, that one episode we did.
Oh, yeah,
the one.
that would be a problem, I guess.
Yeah, nah.
But,
Oh well, just don't watch that one.
We're talking to YouTube. Don't watch it.
Despite the constant attacks on the saxophone and Sax himself, the instrument kept growing in popularity and seemed as though it was here to stay, which of course we know
It did.
it is. Here to stay.
Congrats,
Yeah.
Alfredo Sax.
Adolphe.
Adolphe.
Yeah.
I knew it wasn't Alfredo, but I did kind of think it was Alfredo.
The saxophone, I don't really know how it happened exactly, but it was like eventually sort of, from what I understand, adopted by like the French military as like the French military instrument, and people could not take this because this Belgian instrument is now like the instrument of the French military.
So they're just all French people. I think even today are kind of stuck up about.
Oh sure, yeah, no, that's definitely typical for these French instrument makers.
Cheese eating, whatever.
Surrender monkeys.
Yeah.
Anyways, so the Sax's enemies couldn't take down the instrument maker alone. They couldn't. I ruined that. I had it written down in here. Sax's enemies couldn't take down the instrument maker. ... alone.
Oh,
yeah. So they could write that. They could write as many articles and make as many accusations as they wanted to.
Right, but every sax battle he has with them,
he's better.
Yeah.
So the only way they could beat him is if they work together.
Okay, how are they gonna do that?
You'll see.
I'm on the edge of my seat.
Yeah. So the instrument makers of Paris, of course, not Sax.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
They joined together to form the Association Générale. That's Spanish. Des Ouvriers en Instruments de Musique, the Association of Instrument Makers. Yeah. So finally, Adolphe Sax had the sinister six-like villainous group to truly complete the analogy between Adolphe Sax and Spider-Man. Because I knew everyone was thinking it.
Yeah. It was right on the forefront of my brain.
So to continue with this analogy, if the saxophone was Sax's web slingers, Then constantly suing Adolphe was the association's octopus arms, vulture wings, sand powers, etc.
This, you know what? I'm gonna say it. I think this is kind of a stretch.
I don't know.
Okay.
I think
I'll let you run it.
our hero Adolphe Sax is being attacked by the villains that couldn't take him down individually. They're now joined together.
Yep. I'll let you run
But
it.
they're suing him. They're just suing him a ton now, just constantly taking him to court
Why?
because they don't like him.
But what are they suing him on?
So they sued him. They first, I think one of the first ones was to prevent him from getting his patent. It was like the reasonings were stupid. It was like he played this in like public so many times where it's like
it should be public information.
I guess
No.
none of it really made sense. And eventually, except the lawsuit dragged on to the point where Sax just like had enough. He's like, whatever, I don't care about the patent. I'll give you guys a year. If you guys can make the saxophone better than I do, you guys get the patent.
Classic Alfredo Sax.
Yep.
Classic Adolphe Sax. You do it better than me, fine.
But no one could.
No, I don't. Yeah, seems like.
So after that year expired, Sax went back and said, give me my patent, and they did.
Certainly ain't called the Frenchophone.
Yeah.
Put her there.
Boom. Yeah, they kept suing him though. Like they also, I think another way to get rid of his patent was like to say that he just stole the idea from like foreign instrument makers.
Okay.
So they just took a bunch of saxophones from Sax and like put seals on them that like made it look like they were from other places.
Wow.
And that was discovered, and that lawsuit was dropped.
Yeah.
But yeah. The hatred for Sax went beyond the courtroom though. Like there was one time where his workshop caught fire under mysterious circumstances. Thank God he didn't have any gunpowder in there. Else.
French people are mysterious.
So they burned down his workshop. Someone even like fired a pistol at his assistant.
Wow.
Thinking that it was Sax. Yeah, they really were out for this guy. I mean, he's better than them at everything.
It's like a completely different instrument than they were making anyway.
But it's the better one.
I mean, yeah.
And I think he was still making like just better instruments.
Oh.
Because he was improving upon the designs of all these other crappy ones.
Yeah.
I guess. So yeah, but all these lawsuits and I guess attempted assassinations took their toll on Adolphe because eventually he was left bankrupt.
Yeah. Lawsuits are expensive.
Yeah, and he did eventually like receive money from damages. Like,
oh sure.
But like he was still struggling, and there was this friend who gave him like 30,000 francs, which are the French dollar. Or
Was that a lot back then though?
I can imagine it would be. That's
Okay.
probably a ton.
Okay.
But it was. I mean, he thought it was a gift, but then when the friend died, his family, like the friend's family,
Give it back.
Yeah, hey, that was a loan, I guess. So it was like he was pretty screwed.
Is that when he swallowed the needle?
So I don't know if that lines up. I didn't have this down in here, but like at some point he just had like a tumor on his lip for 6 years.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, but he didn't die from that. Like eventually, just went away.
That's impressive.
So yeah, he's struggling. But in the end, he was destitute. He made in a plea to the public, titled "A Plea to the Public," saying, "I've made the French music industry what it is. You guys owe me." And they did. So he got a pension and like was able to live the rest of his life relatively comfortably, I can assume.
Good for him.
Yeah. And then he died. I don't know.
Do you know how old he was?
He was 79.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but no, it was nothing tragic, surprisingly.
Yeah. So, like you said, I like the term "chronic almost dying."
Yeah,
that's fun. Good for him.
Yeah,
and his instruments live on today in poorly played third grade bands. Yeah. Good job. Made by
good job, Alfredo.
Great job, Alfredo. Made by much crappier instrument makers of the likes of Juniper. Calling these people out. Juniper, you kind of suck. What's the other one?
I have no idea. I know I have a Bach.
Jupiter. I meant Jupiter. Juniper's some. I'm not thinking of the tree though. That's the problem. I don't know where it's coming from.
Yeah, that is something.
Yeah. You know what? It might be from Ruby.
I haven't seen it.
Good for you.
That you say it, maybe it's. I'm thinking of like a Pokemon character.
I'm not.
Maybe.
Not at all.
I don't know. It's probably some like Animal Crossing deer.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Hey, Juniper. How you doing? Animal Crossing deer. I'm talking to you.
that's good.
Yeah. Just like I'm talking to Alfredo Sax right now. Hey, Alfredo.
If only.
I'm running this bit.
So yeah, our hero.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Okay. Our hero Adolphe Sax lives on, as we said, in
Crappily played third grade band rooms.
and Men at Work albums.
Yes.
Yeah.
We gotta play that as the outro goes.
Can we
Wait,
do that?
Wait for the if you're thinking, oh man, I'm gonna stop watching this. Don't. Just wait.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. Like and subscribe,
Yes.
please.
And
I don't
comment.
know. I don't know if this is the end of the episode, but just
For the love of God, like and subscribe.
yeah, we got to remind them like the beginning of the episode.
Yes.
No,
So you can smack that bell if you want. It's not that important to us.
I don't have notifications on.
I don't. Yeah, I don't either.
I usually know when it's coming out. I guess.
You're first in the scoop.
Uh huh.
Yeah. Good job, Alfred.
I think next week I'll be back with I'm gonna probably do some more research on Adolphe, and
Okay.
I will make a complete one-to-one comparison with him and Spider-Man.
Okay.
I'm gonna stretch that out.
Stay tuned for that. That'll be fun. He said Adolphe Sax.
Yeah.
Although it would be funny if you came back with a one-to-one comparison between the other Adolphe and Spider-Man. That would be a very different episode, I think.
I don't think I'll be doing that. But come back next week in case I do.
Yeah.
In case something happens, I get put into a coma and come back as I don't know. I don't even want to say it.
Can't think of it?
No, I know. I just
Okay.
don't want to say. I don't want to say that I
Come back as.
I think Adolf Hitler is like Spider-Man in the way that he's my hero.
Clip that. Let's put that on the Instagram.
So you're gonna just clip me say Adolf Hitler is Spider-Man. Like,
And he's my hero.
oh, dang it! I should. You're gonna be the last one on the podcast. I'm gonna get arrested for that.
Yeah, it'll be a really fun episode when it's just me and I don't do any of the research and I'm just like, yep, just talking to no one. Yep. Uh-huh.
Maybe Shaq will be on.
We will get Shaq on before you get arrested.
That's the goal.
keep an eye peeled on that banner still.
That's all I got.
Yeah, I've got no more jokes. I'm all out.
Oh, show business time is over.
Shucks.
I was feeling very lethargic today.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was kind of too. I got up at like 7.
Oh my god.
Why'd I do that?
Because you don't even have class till whatever.
No. I went to bed at like 10 though, so I woke up at 7.
Poor baby.
Anyway, but yeah, I just didn't do anything for a while, and then I went to class, and now we're recording, and I still want to go back to bed.
Yeah. I usually get up at 7:30, then immediately set an alarm for 7:40 and get back in bed. But like at 7:32, trying to go back to sleep for another 10 minutes, I was feeling ready to go.
Really?
Yeah, but then I'm like, no. Let me stay in bed for another half an hour.
Okay, let's calm it down, body. It's not feeling that today. Just I guess real quickly, are we gonna do any more heavyweight championships now that it's only us? We can. I don't care. This is very on the spot. I'm sorry.
I don't know.
But we'll talk about it after, I guess.
Okay.
You'll know.
Do you guys want to see any more of that?
We'll put it in the banner if we do.
Just check we're not doing any more Instagram. Check the YouTube banner. That's where we're making our announcement.
You want the hot news on the 2% pod? You check the YouTube banner. No questions about it. We'll post everything there.
Yeah, it's the 2% pod on YouTube. If you didn't know that, if you want to look at our old posts, because we're not making any more new ones, Instagram at 2% pod.
Or our personals.
Because we post a lot of stuff there.
I haven't posted in years.
Yeah, all my stuff is archived, never to be seen again.
Whew. That's a big deal. All right.
Yeah, that's all.
See ya. Oh, don't forget to.
Oh.
All right, we got to time this up. Like 3, 2, 1.